everyone. My name is Michelle Fletcher, and I am the college recruiter for CVCC. Thank you all for tuning in to this session. Now, as an FYI, this session is being recorded. It will be uploaded to our website and to our YouTube channel. And so I would ask you in your leisure to go out and take a look at sessions topics we've already covered, and then future topics, things that we're going to cover over the next couple of months. Our speaker this evening is Ms. Marcy Gale. Marcy is the faculty for the Mechatronics program, and she's also the program head for the Mechatronics program. She's going to be talking with us, giving us information about Mechatronics, and hopefully talking with us about jobs, careers that you can pursue with this credential. Now, listen, I want you to get your questions together because we want to make sure you get your questions answered before we get off this call. So write your questions down. If you like, put them in the chat. I'll be watching the chat throughout our time together here. Now, if you're really feeling bold, I'd ask you to just use your voice. Let us hear any questions that you might have to ask. Use a reaction button if you like to engage with us. But we want to make sure we get your questions answered before you get off this call. We will leave a few minutes in the end for a Q&A. So if you just want to kind of sit on it for a minute, that's okay. We will come back around with the Q&A in the end. So we only have about 30 minutes, and we're going to jump right into it and go ahead and get started. And I'm going to give it over to Marcy Gale. Marcy?
Hey, everybody. So Michelle has done a fantastic job of introducing me, but she's only mentioned one of the 4 programs that I am program head for. So let me quickly mention the others. Besides Mechatronics, which I'll explain in a minute in case you're not familiar, there is networking and electronic technology. And those 2 degrees overlap by about 65%. So there's a lot of commonality. Then also the nuclear technology program, which is tied in heavily with Framatome, one of our premier employers here in town. And they have something called the Nuclear Academy. And a lot of the classes in that program are also crossovers with the Mechatronics program. And then finally, I handle the industrial maintenance program, which is not an associate's degree. It's comprised of a couple of different career study certificates that will not take as long to get as an associate's degree. Okay, so we're going to start by talking about all the open positions here in this area. Then the Lynchburg area kind of divided it up in between to 5 sectors that hire my graduates. So there's the nuclear industry, that'd be BWXT and Framatome. There is the conveyor industry. Michelle, I don't know if you knew this, but Lynchburg is the conveyor capital of the world. We have more conveyor manufacturers in one location in this city than in anywhere else in the world. And they hire a ton of our graduates. You can, if you work for a conveyor company, you can be building on site here in Lynchburg, or as you become a more advanced technician, you can take a travel job, and the travel technicians for conveyor companies are making a lot of money. That's what they write me and tell me. Then we have OEMs, which is original equipment manufacturers. We have a lot of companies here in Lynchburg that manufacture one-of-a-kind things for specialty purposes for customers, or they have a special product that they make several of, but they're not a giant manufacturing facility like our next major sector, packaging. Our packaging employers are companies like Abbott Labs out in Alta Vista, CB Fleet or Prestige Brands here in right off the expressway in Lynchburg, Graham Packaging out in Amherst. There's Glad, Clorox. We have a bunch that are manufacturing a lot of the same product every day. So they buy those conveyors from the conveyor companies and install them here and turn out a ton of product. Frito-Lay is another one. Frito-Lay, best tour in the area. If you can get in there and see all their cool robots, you should go for it. So all of these sectors involve skills that kind of come back to the same repeatable things. Mechatronics is a blend of mechanics, electronics, robotics, and IT. It's all of the skills that you need to work in automation, advanced manufacturing, or if you want to hear a great new buzzword, Industry 4.0. It's the increase in manufacturing, data collection, and soon AI in the manufacturing process. And there are more positions open than there are graduates. I can't keep the employers in this area happy because I don't have enough graduates. Lynchburg, CVCC needs you. Come and study with us and get a fantastic job. So this slide is our building. We are located on the second floor of the Framatome Technology Center, which is all the way at the back of campus near the tennis courts. So it's nice and quiet back there, but this is where the Mechatrons live. This picture here is the second floor. So the whole second floor is our area. Up there, we have classrooms and labs, and some of our rooms double as a classroom and a lab, like this one up in the right-hand top corner. That's the electronics classroom. You can see a lot of equipment on the sides. So we'll do some lecture, and then we'll break out to the lab benches, and you'll put into practice and figure out that what we've just done with equations and math on the board, a little bit of math, not a lot, mostly just algebra. We go over and prove it on the lab bench with voltage and current. I teach you how to use equipment like digital multimeters and signal generators and on and on. And then in the middle here, we have some of our networking equipment. So that second degree I talked about, networking electronics technology, you will be ready to sit for several Cisco certifications, very valuable industry certifications. Then some of our classrooms have computers. They're computer lab classrooms, and we need those because a lot of our classes are computer-based, such as programmable logic controllers and robotics, and some others that either the curriculum's online or you need to practice your programming on a computer, load it into a specialty machine that then runs one of the pieces of equipment in the big lab, which I'll show you in a second. So here it is. This is the big lab. We have a 10-foot piece of industrial sized conveyor belt here. And these trainers that you see roll around. We roll them into the classroom, and you write your code to control this conveyor, roll it back into the lab, hook it up, and then your instructor will see if you wrote your code correctly. This is a PLC certification trainer. This is for the Rockwell Automation PLC Maintainer Certification 1. Again, a very valuable industry certification here in the Lynchburg area. And then down here in the bottom right, you see our FANUC robotic arms. There is, we currently have 4 bots, but we have 4 more coming, and we will be squeezing them in the lab. And with this class, you will learn how to maintain and write code for industrial automation robots. If you go into CV Fleet or into Frito-Lay or some of the other companies here in town that are automated production facilities, you will see various sizes of these robotic arms. And having the certification to program FANUC industrial robotics, industry standard, highly, highly valued, not only in Lynchburg, but all over the country. So our classes are almost all in person. We have a couple in the program that you can take online if you need to help out your schedule. Most of those are your Englishes, your math. There's one math class, technical math. You can take that online. Electives, humanities elective, social science elective, and then our world-class manufacturing course is currently online. But everything else is in person with labs attached. So you're learning and then you're doing. This is an applied associate's degree. We have really strong connections with our industry partners. I have so many industry partners constantly begging me for resumes. They come to our classes and present to the students so the students understand what working at their facility would be like. They accept resumes all the time. And then we also go on field trips out to see the actual facility so you can get a feel for what it would be like to work in an advanced manufacturing environment. So this is our mascot, Mechie. He's all over everything up in the lab. And if you come visit me in the lab, maybe I'll give you one of those plaques. This is the end of arm tool for one of our robots. And it's doing currently in this picture, the very important job of keeping the zombies in check. And This is a little video. Let me see if it'll play. So I hope you can see that along with studying and working hard and earning valuable industry certifications, we're a big group up on the second floor of Framatome, and we try to have a lot of fun along the way, because when you have fun, when you're learning something, you're going to learn it better. All right, so here's mechatronics, mechanics, electronics, robotics, IT, internet technology. And here are some pictures of some students working on hands-on labs. This is a PLC class. This is a basic motors control class, lecture, lab combined. Then this is the computer and electronics technology. This degree is getting renamed to something a little simpler, networking and electronics technology, NET for short. So there's those Cisco certifications I spoke about. You'll learn about electronics, AC/DC fundamentals, more advanced circuits, robotics, PLC programming, and it'll make you super happy, just like Mike here. By the way, Mike is one of my previous graduates, and he's on his third company because he keeps getting hired away for a bigger salary, and it happens like once a year. Here's the nuclear technology program. You can study in the nuclear technology program as a regular student or under the Framatome Nuclear Academy. If you get hired by Framatome to be part of that academy, then they are paying full salary, 100% full-time salary with benefits. You spend one semester at school, taking a full load of classes, and then the rest of the year out on the road doing nuclear power plant maintenance, but you're a full-time employee for the whole entire year. And they're paying all the tuition, books, and all the costs of coming to CVCC. It's a sweet, sweet deal. Here's a program that I don't administrate, but is downstairs in the Framatome building, the machine tool program. I'm sure that Michelle will have a session just on this. And then this is the industrial maintenance. There's 2 tracks, mechanic or electronic. And this is not a full associate's degree, but you can earn these certifications more quickly. Tons of jobs in the area at this level as well. So that is my quick presentation on my programs. And Michelle, do we have any questions?
We do not have any questions at this time, but I'd like to say thank you, Marcy, for just a wealth of information. And it looks like they have a lot of fun.
We do. We have a great time. Great time up on the second floor.
It looks like it, I tell you. But no, we don't have any questions at this time. But what I will do is put out a few gentle reminders for the upcoming session that we will have next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, which is the 16th, we will host, and Marcy, you just mentioned it a few minutes ago, our machine tool program. So if you're interested in machine tool, as a matter of fact, I think that program has machine tool and quality, right? Is that correct? Right. Yeah. Now, can you say real quickly, Marcy, the difference between the two?
One is a diploma and one is a career studies certificate, I think. So that one is more classes, more credit hours to complete in order to get that diploma. I do not know the courses off the top of my head, but
well, that's Dillard will be. I also believe that one of those programs, the machine tool, that one you get a little more dirty in terms of the work, but machine tool and quality, that one is more focused on just inspecting, I think. Is that correct?
I hate to say, because I don't know the ins and outs of it. All I can tell you is the folks with that diploma that Mr. Dillard graduates, they come back and park in the parking spots at the bottom of the Framatome building, and the vehicles that they are driving indicate they are making a very fine salary.
And I would say to anyone that's interested, again, in machine tool, we have a wonderful relationship with BWXT.
Yep. And again, we cannot make enough graduates to satisfy BWXT, much less the rest of the town that needs machinists. you will not have a hard time finding employment.
Yes. So join us, please, next Tuesday, April the 16th for this session. Also,
Or come to the second floor of Framingham and be a Mechie.
there you go. Also, just a gentle reminder that these sessions are on our YouTube channel and also on our website. So by all means, go out and take a look at what we've already done and topics that we will cover in the future. You can also go back and take a look at this session at your leisure and just kind of, just take it all in a little bit at a time and take in all the information. So that said, Marcy, do you have anything else before we get off the call?
All I can say is make your mind up now. Classes are starting to get filled already.
Okay.
So we offer some in the summer. A lot of our summer classes are already filled, but if you want to come this fall, do not wait until August. Come to the counseling center, get signed up as a student. You can do start here on the website, centralvirginia.edu. Click that start here button, get going. And if you want to come be a Mechie, get signed up soon for your
And I
spot.
would say that the registration for the fall starts April the 15th, which
That's
is
right.
next Monday. And we will also host an open house next Saturday, which is April the 20th. So if you, again, you're ready, we're ready for you. Come on down and let us get you, help you get your future started. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and we hope to see you in a future session. Thank you.